Hey you guys, welcome back. I'm Zoya and today we're gonna do part 3 of my assessment, and that is a character sketch on our main protagonist, that is Dr. Simão Bacamarte. So the main protagonist of our novella is the doctor or the alienist. At the beginning of the novella, Machado doesn't spare any words of praise for the doctor. Besides being the son of the nobility of the earth, he is also established as the greatest doctor in not just Brazil, but Portugal and Spain as well. In the beginning of the novel itself, it is made clear that the doctor has made a lifelong commitment to the study of science. Later on, he makes two decisions that completes his personal facet as well as his public persona. The first choice is that of choosing his wife. Cold and rigid, the doctor bases his choice of a wife on her health rather than her beauty, in hopes that she would bring him healthy children. This shows that he is a man of practicality, rather than one to be seduced by beauty. Now it brings us to the second choice, the choice that shapes the doctor's public persona. Now we already know from the summary itself that the doctor erects a structure, one that acts as a mental asylum, known as Casa Verde. Here he tends to and treats the patients that he diagnoses as mentally unfit. Now we already know that the doctor is an acclaimed physician, but his fame sweeps the country when people from all across the country send patients to the asylum. Even though a lot of the townspeople find him extremely weird and the happenings of the asylum very strange, that does not stop them from giving him the respect that they think he deserves. Along with respect, the doctor also attains a lot of power enough to control the happenings of the town. As the story progresses, the character of the doctor shifts. From once a man who is held in high regard and a symbol of power, suddenly changes into a mad tyrant as he grows obsessed with finding a universal cure for these so-called mentally insane patients. The doctor creates an atmosphere of fear in the town because he starts to observe almost every person and locks them up if they have even the slightest suspicion of madness. Because the townspeople are so fearful of their life and that they'll be the next victims to get locked up in Casa Verde, they start conspiring against the doctor, spreading rumors that the council is funding the doctor's malpractice. This is where stewed corn arises and a rebellion starts. Even though the whole town is uprising against him, the doctor remains unbothered and continues with his work. This highlights his utter devotion and love towards science. He cares not for the people or what they are saying about him or what he has done to the town. His sole focus is on trying to understand the psyche of every human and finding a cure for all these mental diseases that he has diagnosed. The doctor cares not for the power that he's about to lose. He readily submits it to the barber. This shows that he had absolutely no value for it at all. He also feels that he didn't need to justify what he was practicing and what was going on inside his asylum. This shows that he also didn't care for anybody else's opinion except his own, and what he said was right. At the end of the novella, the doctor concludes his final theory, where he states that he is the most perfect man in the town and he is the one truly in need of a treatment. Even though some may think that he is deeming himself mad, he is also stating that he is a perfect human being and that is why he is mad. This shows how prideful he is, that he is aware of his greatness and how acclaimed his name is throughout the country. Throughout the novel, the character of the doctor changes. He starts off as a renowned physician dedicated to the study of science, a man of practicality and focus. He is held as a symbol of power and respect in the entire town. But when his studies get the best of him, he turns into a tyrant, spreading fear. In the end, we know one thing never changes. He is a prideful, self-obsessed man who only loves science, if not more than just as much as himself. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it gave you a little insight into the character of the doctor. The next video is going to be on the themes I saw in the novella. I hope you enjoyed and stay tuned. Thank you.